Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Build, Launch, Win Competition Finale. We are live from EQT Ventures in beautiful Stockholm, Sweden right now. I'm so excited to be here. I know it's a little noisy because we have people live coming in and mingling from all over. We have people flying from Malta, from Germany. It's so exciting, and I'm so excited to have you all here. My name is Talisha White. I am the community lead here at Lovable, and I am so excited to be your MC for the night. We will be starting our finalist pitches in around 30 minutes, but for now, we want to get to know you and the Build Launch Win competition a little bit better. First, I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to our sponsors. Of course, we have Lovable, we have Anthropic, we have Supabase, ElevenLabs, Sentry, and of course the beautiful EQT Ventures, the venue we are currently in today. I'm so excited. If you are excited, if you're watching our live stream, put it in the comments where you're watching from. We want to know. We have people from all over the world tuning in to see who's going to take home the grand prize of over $10,000 in cash and prizes from a prize pool of over $40,000 in cash and prizes. I'm so excited. In a minute here, I'm going to be bringing up the preliminary judges who are going to give you some insight into how they chose the top 100 and our top 15 finalists. So make sure you're tuned in. You don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this. Yes, I will. Oh, I think I see our preliminary judges now. If they want to come on over, prelim judges. And we're going to look at this camera right here and say hello to the audience.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Yes, yes. I actually don't know if anyone can hear you, but we're going to assume that they can. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, my name is Matthus Mendes. I'm a software engineer at MidJourney, living here in Stockholm.
And I'm Emil, and I work at Lovable.
Yes. So y'all were the preliminary judges for the Build, Launch, Win competition. Tell me, how did you narrow down over 1,000 submissions to the top 100 and the top 15?
Yes, so we saw a lot of discourse in the Discord that a lot of people thought we used some sort of AI tool or like some automated script. Unfortunately, that's not really viable, to be honest. When you have like 1,000 videos and you sort of need to judge it on that, it becomes very hard. So what we did was just straight up watch every single video, top to down. We like split it up, so I did 500 and Emil did 500. And then we just looked at the video and decided if we wanted to continue with that or like allow it to go through, or if we should not include it, basically.
Yes, awesome.
Then we did some like further filtering from the top 100 to the top 15 by looking at like the description and made sure like they had like all the integration and everything was like legit.
Yeah. So the top like 100 pick was like we had 1,000 submissions. If it takes like a minute each, it's like 6 hours of work basically each. So we had to be pretty quick on it basically, and so we couldn't spend like 20 minutes each video and like going through the code and going through the Lovable site and looking at like mobile responsiveness and all those things. So we had to be pretty quick. So the top 100 was not like maybe the most fine-grained filter ever, but the top 15 and top 10 and whatever was more controlled for sure.
Yes, awesome. So can you give a little insight into what you are looking for? What stands out to you?
So there were a lot of different like submissions. There were so many different areas of people doing things. A lot of types of apps basically. And so I think what we looked for was just anything that really like stood out and felt very unique in a way. Anything that sort of like made you think, oh wait, that was like, it sort of makes you think. You have to go on some sort of internal like just vibes basically, because it is very hard to do this on a very big scale. And so then also like towards like more like top 15, top 10, then we looked a little bit more on like how well was it really implemented, how many features did they have all the like really double checking the integrations and all those sort of things.
Yeah. What about you? What did you look for?
I was like super impressed by like there was like a finite amount of time, like 24 hours, and you built like super incredible apps that would have taken like weeks or months to build before the tools like Lovable.
Yeah.
That's super amazing. So if you could give everyone watching and the contestants who are competing now today a word of encouragement, what would it be?
Yeah, I would say like really just lean into it. It's like a lot of the people I saw, at least, they had never built anything before, and now in like 24 hours they're really like they're here competing for it, and they have built something that really works. I think that's amazing. So good job, first of all. And then I would say just like just like have fun with it. It's pretty cool. So just like be
I would say keep vibe coding.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have fun, mingle, mix, and we'll see you afterwards.
Thank you, Talisha.
You. So those were our preliminary judges. So while we're here, before we get started, we still have some time. People are coming in. We're mixing. We're mingling. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of excitement. And I want you watching at home to be excited. We're giving away over $40,000 in cash and prizes. It's a packed house. We have people who've flown in to Stockholm, Sweden to pitch live, people from all over the world pitching remotely. So let's just give a breakdown of what is going to happen today. So starting off in about 24 minutes here, we're going to have our first pitches starting. Now, they've only been giving 24 hours to fine-tune their pitch and a live demo. They'll be pitching for 2 minutes each, and then they will have 3 minutes for live Q&A with our esteemed finalist judges. Now, during the pitch, they'll have to tell us how they built it, what they implemented with, how it works. They're going to put their heart and soul into this. So if you're watching from home, please give them encouragement. Everybody works so hard to be here. We will have 5 awards tonight. We will have one, the People's Choice winner. The People's Choice winner was decided previously based on engagement on X and Twitter. So that is the fan vote. We'll also have a winner for each individual track or category that our contestants competed in. That's Startup, Something 2.0, and Website. We'll have an overall winner in each of those categories, and then we will have one overall winner across all of the categories that will take home over $10,000 in cash and prizes. So that is something to be super excited about tonight. So what will the judges be looking for? So the judges will be looking for 4 main things. They're going to be looking for creativity, okay? Making the top 15 is an amazing accomplishment. So we want to look at creativity. How is it different? How is it unique? We're going to look at that technical implementation. Did you use our judges? Does it work? Does it work well? We're going to be looking at that pitch. How well are they talking to the judges, to you, the audience, and explaining what their project does and who is it for? So we're so excited to see what these people are going to give to us tonight. I mean, I've looked at all of the contestants, all of their videos, and I read everything, which I probably should have did because it was hundreds of them. And I can tell you, it's some pretty impressive people here tonight. So I'm so excited. Okay, what else? So let's talk about what happened before the event started. So this event started on Saturday. We released the competition guidelines, what they needed to build, and they only had 24 hours to get it done. And people stayed up the entire 24 hours. It was a wild ride. Oh my goodness. And people really delivered. And I'm so excited that they're able to pitch here with our top 15 today. After we had our 24-hour build, we announced the top 100, and it was so excited. People were so excited. And I know a lot of people put a lot of hard work. They were staying up late. They were working with friends. A lot of people had never coded before. They never used Lovable, Anthropic. ElevenLabs, Sentry. They might have not even known what a database was, but they built some amazing things. And I cannot wait to see it. Now I'm going to see if I can find someone to interview and talk to. Let's see if I can get someone up here. I'll be right back in 1 second. All right, all right. We're going to find someone to come over here and talk to me so we can see what they're thinking ahead of these finalist pitches tonight. So I want to know in the comments, how are you all feeling watching? Are you excited? Are you ready? Are you ready to see what is possible to be built without any formal coding knowledge, training, or anything? Oh, I think I have a very special guest coming very, very soon here. So we're going to ask a few questions. I'm super excited to see. And here we have the CEO and founder of Lovable, Mr. Anton Osika.
Yes.
Yes,
Hi,
all
Talisha.
right. Yes, would you like to introduce yourself to our live stream audience?
Yes. Where do I look? Where's the
The camera's right
Here
there,
they are.
yes.
Hey, guys. We're in a room full of people, and it feels very special to sit down in a couch with you, Talisha.
Thank
But
you.
I'm super excited that we have so many people who are gathered to talk about and see how can you really accelerate your creativity and build in just 24 hours. And there's a room full of that here, but there's even more people watching in the live stream right now.
Exactly.
And I mean, I think most of you know Talisha by this point. You've been part of the community for a long time, and after every interaction with Talisha, you feel that she's more and more lovable every time. So I'm excited to how you continue to take this on.
Yes, thank you. So I would want to know, what are you most excited for tonight? What are you looking from the people competing?
I'm always super excited to see what people build with a lot of focus on in a short amount of time. So all the demos, I'm psyched.
Yes.
And I heard from people tonight that there's so many that have expected to spend 2 months to build something, and then they just do it in 3 days, and then this occasion just 24 hours. So. I'll see. Maybe this will break the records of what the most impressive things. I'll see
that would be so cool. Oh my goodness. So if you could give some words of encouragement to everybody watching here tonight that's maybe they don't know how to code, they've always had a dream and wanted to build, what would you say to them and what is possible with Lovable?
I mean, I say this to everyone who is working today, who wants to work. If you want to have a lot of leverage on your ideas or things that you want to change in the real world, the best thing you can do is to learn how to be very productive with AI tools.
Yes.
So just the learning process, and you quickly become 10 times better than you were when you started. That is often the most valuable thing that you get out of it. And I hope a lot of people here learned a lot from building with Lovable in this case, or with our other participants. And regardless if they learned a lot, they should just continue to do so with all the future build-a-thons that I think are coming up after this as well.
Yes, I agree. So I want to thank you. Do you have anything else you want to say to our audience before we leave?
Great job, everyone who was part of this, and good luck to all the people who are pitching tonight.
Yes, thank you so much. It was so nice catching up with you. Yeah. Thank you. All right, we're going to have someone else join the couch. Yes. Yes, will you?
Standing? Are we sitting?
Do you want to stand or do you want to sit?
Where we're looking at right
We're
there.
going to look where the
stand.
red dot is there. Yes. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Yes. All right, you want to introduce yourself? Yeah.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Thor. I'm a developer experience engineer at ElevenLabs. We built the developer platform for AI audio. You know, any voices that you need to generate speech, any speech that you have that you need to be, you know, transcribed, that's the word, transcribed into text. We have that, so automatic speech recognition. We recently launched the world's leading model in terms of benchmarks there. So a lot more things as well, sound effects, so conversational AI, so when you put the transcription together with an LLM like Anthropic, we'll hear from them later as well, and then with text-to-speech, you get some very engaging voice agents that can speak many, many different languages. So very excited to hear what people have been building, and so, yeah.
Awesome. So you are a finalist judge tonight. Yes. What are you looking for in the people pitching?
I think just some, great ideas that maybe we haven't seen before. I think there's definitely a category on sort of the, innovation scale that we're judging there. So just maybe seeing some ways where, maybe speech is used in some way for, accessibility. I think that is a great use case. Or, navigating your application through voice. I think we've been seeing that a lot more. So yeah, I think just really looking forward to, maybe also, the category of like the 2.0 versions of some of the SaaS applications that have been around for ages, and just kind of, challenging that norm and like seeing, okay, we can build a better experience for that. And so just really excited to see what's going on there.
Awesome. What has been your favorite part of watching the competition unfold through social media? I know you're pretty active, so what have you seen that you've really liked, and what has been possible, etc.?
Yeah, I really enjoy that. So like, thanks everyone for, of course, building and participating. But also, thank you for sharing kind of what you're working on, because that is kind of the greatest thing to see, that what we're building actually helps you bring kind of your ideas to life. And so, yeah, when you share things on social media, make sure, you tag Lovable, Anthropic, us, so we can see your great work. And yeah, I think we've seen some really cool examples there. There was one application that was actually using speech to navigate kind of through the application, which I thought was really cool. There were some other great use cases. We also recently launched, actually, what day is today? Yeah, 2nd of April. So yesterday, we launched a new model called Text to Bark that actually allows you to, have conversations with your dog, as well as bark to text. So really kind of bringing sort of that next level of, interspecies communication to life. So the timing was a bit unfortunate because everyone thought it was a joke.
April Fool's, yes.
But if you go to ElevenLabs.io/text to bark with the hyphens in between, you can actually test it out. And so, yeah, really excited to see what people build for, the 900 million dogs. That are out there.
That's crazy. So if you have one word of encouragement to everyone watching, everyone competing, what would it be?
Just one word?
You can say many, I guess.
Well, I think it just comes down to, like, don't be afraid. Like, some of this technology might seem, so novel, so complicated, but in the end, there's some really, really cool services out there that actually allow you to build, without being intimidated. So don't be intimidated. Just start building, and I think we've seen some incredible things already, and so very excited to, see kind of the live pitches, and, everyone sort of reflect on what they've built.
Yes, I'm super excited. All right, great. Thank you for coming to talk to me. I hope you have a fun night, mingle, and we're going to bring someone up next, and we're going to talk to them. Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
We're going to look at the camera with the red light for me. Say hi to everybody on the live stream.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Wembo. I'm on the product team at Supabase, and we want to be your one-shot backend.
Oh, nice. I like that one sentence pitch.
Yep.
He got it down, y'all.
I just came up with that, so.
Oh, good. So, all right. I saw something crazy yesterday. There were like these sleeves
Yes. So we love April Fools. And for April Fool's Day yesterday, we decided to go with Super Sleeves because we have more and more finance folks joining Supabase, and they come with their Patagonia vests. And we often wonder, are their arms cold? I grew up in New York City. I would walk down Wall Street and see people in Patagonia vests. So our April Fool's concept yesterday was Super Sleeves. Keep your arms warm while wearing your vests.
I love it. That is so good. So you're also a final judge tonight. Could you tell everyone watching what you as a judge are looking for in the participants pitching tonight?
Yeah, definitely. So I've been at Supabase for a couple years now, and I just want to see you use Supabase to its fullest extent. Database, vector, edge functions, real-time storage, auth, you name it. So I'll be looking more at the technical components. But for someone like me, I'm also creative as well. So I definitely want to see that creative spark.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've been following along on social media and you've been seeing what people have been building with Lovable, Supabase, ElevenLabs, etc. Have you seen anything that's just made you go, wow, I didn't know that was possible?
I think there's so many of those. I think one that I really enjoyed was, we just talked about this, how you can just quickly build up like the Lovable ticketing site. And I think that is really incredible. But I think this space is just so crazy that you can pretty much build anything, not just Lovable, but all the different AI tooling out there. So I'm really, really excited for this space.
Yeah. Okay, if you could give some words of encouragement to everyone watching who maybe they're not a developer and they don't know how to code, but they want to build something, or the contestants who are watching now, what would it be?
Yeah, so I came from a non-technical background. I studied finance at university, and I made my way into software engineering, and now I'm on the product team. And I would say just leverage these tools that are out there. I think this is such a great time to build. And so when you come across a Lovable, I think you should take full advantage and just build whatever that you've always wanted to, maybe before you couldn't code or you never had the opportunity. So again, just take advantage of this time and all the AI tools out there.
All right, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure talking to you. Continue to mix and mingle.
Yeah.
In about 8 minutes, guys, we're going to be going live, and he's going to have a very hard job.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
All right, we're just bringing people. We're going to look at this red light. Say hi to the live stream.
Hi, guys. I don't know if you can hear me, but...
Yes, they can hear you.
Okay,
Can
nice.
you introduce yourself?
Of course. Super excited to be here. My name is Christian Ryan. I work as an applied AI engineer at Anthropic. I'm actually from Stockholm, so it's amazing to be back in my hometown. I recently moved out to London in the UK for this job, and then before that I was in San Francisco for onboarding. So a little bit jet lag, a little bit like my circadian rhythm is off, but I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. Okay, for the people at home, we have a lot of non-technical people watching.
Right.
What is an AI applied engineer? What do you do?
That is a really good question. I think in simple terms, so Anthropic is a frontier research lab, which is like, even that's like, what does that mean? It's basically, we compete with like OpenAI with building out like high intelligence LLM models. That's like our niche, that's what we're doubling down on. I work as an applied AI engineer, so I'm not in research. I'm like in between research and our sales org. So I'm in the go-to-market org. And what I do is I try to use whatever research is able to produce in terms of products, tools, ideas, try to loop that into our like commercial offering and try to understand, well, how can we partner up with people or companies, both big and small, to build the best LLM-driven or based products out there. So like Lovable, for example. We're using Anthropic's Claude to do a lot of their magic, and that's what we want to do and enable that.
Awesome. Right. So you are judging tonight, correct?
That is very, very correct. Yes, I am a judge.
Yes. Awesome. So what are you looking for in the contestants' pitches today?
That's a great question. I feel like I'm going to naturally be biased to like, I want to see stuff that is, so like one interesting thing with being in an AI lab is that, as everyone has noticed, LLMs are rapidly increasing in performance. Like you're just getting state-of-the-art of the state-of-the-art after a couple months' time. And I think that's going to be interesting to see any sort of ideas or products that can like latch onto that. So if you have a product that is just going to get better and better as models become more and more capable, that is something I think is how you future-proof your products. So any niched areas where like, you know, this is trying to address a shortcoming today. The scary thing of that is that you can be made redundant after a couple months' time, because GPT-5 comes along or Claude 4 comes along and just smashes it out of water. So I think you want to build something that is latching onto that model performance and sort of working on the edges in a way where like your product might not be perfect today, but would be great in 6 months. I think I'd love to see something like that. And in general, all the creativity that I'm going to see tonight, I'm just very keen on seeing what people can come up with, because I feel like there's a lot of creative people out there, probably a lot more creative than me. So I'm excited to get my mind blown.
Yes. Oh, I love it. So if you could give some words of encouragement to everybody watching, everybody competing, maybe they're non-technical, maybe they never imagined that they could be building startups or, you know, making 6 figures using AI. What words of encouragement would you give to them?
That is a great question. I think my general high level take would be, you know, just really lean into these to the capabilities of these LLMs. So I think a lot of people might be fearful of like, oh, I don't really understand it. It's going to be able to take my job, or I'm going to be made redundant. I think what you want to do is you want to see what are they capable of today, and how can that unlock so that you can work on your creative process. So I think like people who are stuck in the mindset of like AI will never be able to do my job, or AI can't even help me in my job, I think you got to reframe that and say like, how can I use this to either upskill myself or use this to make sure that I work on the creative process of things. So I think like Lovable is a great example how you don't have to necessarily have technical skills to build a great product. And that's sort of a world where you're democratizing technical skill set in a way where people are able to do great things with great ideas. And I think that's what you want to lean into, is just like understand where the models are today, understand where you can use them in the best way, and then just try to maximize your creative process and solving problems. And I think you'll be good. And I think you'll do good things, and you'll be rewarded for it as well.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much for coming to talk to me.
Appreciate it.
And I hope you mix and mingle and have a great time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we're going to bring up Alexander from EQT Ventures. Here you are. We're going to look at the nice, pretty red dot. We're going to wave to the live stream. So would you like to introduce yourself to our audience at home?
Absolutely. So pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Alexander Fred Ojala. I'm the head of AI for EQT Ventures here, where I'm building internal systems in order to improve the investment process from a data-driven and AI-driven perspective.
Yes, awesome. If you could hold the mic just a little closer to your mouth so that we can hear you better. Thank you. It's really loud in here. So please, what do you think is the most interesting thing about this competition? There's a lot of non-technical people, non-coders, people who have never built anything in their lives before. So like, what are you most interested in seeing? Like, what are you most excited about?
What I love about this is the fact that we have democratized creating software. As you said, anyone can join this now without any prerequisites. If you have an idea, a vision, if you're creative, if you have some ingenuity, you can create magic today. You don't need to go to school, learn how to program. You need to describe
yourself. This is one of our top 15
Yes,
finalists.
yes, thanks a lot. Yeah, my name is Pascal. I'm running a SaaS company, FunnelForms, for like 5 years now, and built with Lovable, the second version of it. So we'll be launching maybe in April. It's amazing. Lovable is a very, very amazing tool, and yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Yes. So tell me, how are you feeling right now? You're in the top 15, $10,000
yeah,
on the line.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I will give my best. Yeah, to impress the judges, and let's see. Let's have a good competition, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. And you flew in today from Malta? Is that
From
correct?
Malta, yes.
From
I
Malta.
just got your announcement yesterday, and go on to the airline, book the flight. I'm like wake up for like 4 a.m. in the morning today. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you. We're so
Thanks a lot.
excited to see
Yes,
you.
we'll
We're
see you
going to
later.
get started now. All right, everybody watching at home, we are about to go live, and we're going to get this party started. If you are excited, let me hear you say, yeah. I mean, I can't hear you because you're on a live stream. But in the live stream, say, yeah, because we are about to begin. I dropped my papers, so I'm going to pick those up. And we're about to get started. All right, going to get started in just a few seconds here. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening, good evening. Please, we're going to start getting started to hear our pitches. Please take your seats. Judges, please join me on the right here. And if you are excited to see some pitches, to hear some really great stuff, can I get a woo? Oh, that was a sorry woo. Y'all got to do better than that. Let's get a woo! Thank you. Yes, people spent a lot of hard time and work building these products that we're going to see. We have 15 amazing competitors, and we're so excited. So if you could please take your seats, please take your seats. We will have some live pitches here. There are also 2 screens in the back that you can watch from. So please get your drinks, take your seats, and we're getting ready to begin. The judges are taking their seats, and we are so excited for everyone to be here. My name is Talisha White. I am the community lead at Lovable, and my job consists of talking a lot. Okay, I talk a lot.
He's so good.
And I talk to everybody, and I spread the word about Lovable and what you can do with it. So I'm so excited to spread that word with you, along with our fabulous sponsors. We have Anthropic, Supabase, Sentry, ElevenLabs, and of course, EQT Ventures, which provided us with this beautiful venue here. So now that everyone's getting their seats, we're going to get started. And I want to introduce our judges. When I say your name, judges, just please wave your hand for us so that we can know who you are. First, we're going to introduce Anton Osika from Lovable. Say hello. Thank you. Then we have Christian Ryan from Anthropic. We have Cody DeArklin from Sentry. He is joining us via Zoom, so please give a round of applause for him still. Yes, thank you. We have Ted Person from EQT Ventures. He is not here yet, but that is okay. He is flying in from London just to be here, so he has a little bit of travel to go through. And we also have Thor from ElevenLabs. Also, I love his name. It's Thor. And then we have Winbo Z from Supabase. Yes. So we are excited to get started. We have 15 finalists across 3 different categories tonight. We have the startup category. We have something 2.0, where contestants reimagined software and built it using Lovable and our sponsors. And we also have websites, where contestants built amazing landing pages that we're going to start tonight. So we are going to jump right in. Contestants will have 2 minutes to pitch, and then the judges will have 3 minutes for Q&A. So can I get a big round of applause as we bring on our very first participant? Woo! So we are going to bring on Dreamcatcher, and it might take a while. Technology is hard. This is not the right. We're waiting for the Zoom for Dreamcatcher. Okay, here we go. All right, now I'm going to take a seat. They will have 2 minutes. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Wait, there's still something on the screen.
One. I assume we're good on audio. Hello, everyone. My name is Ian, and I'm here with my co-founder and best friend, Ab. And together, we're building a way to map the Dreamverse. So, did any of you remember a dream from last night? If yes, you're actually in the lucky minority, because most people only remember 1 to 2 dreams a week on average, and many none at all. And in my experience, that means they're missing out on something pretty profound. The thing is, dreams can be pretty difficult to capture without the right approach. So we built a solution, Dreamcatcher, that makes dream journaling effortless, beautiful, and meaningful. When you wake up, you can start recording your dreams with a single click, and Whisper AI will transcribe even the most incoherent half-awake ramblings that you throw at it. I've tested this. And through our integration with OpenAI, we do a couple cool things. One, your dream, as you see here, is tagged for both themes and emotions, and characters in your dream are actually automatically identified. It then generates an image to represent your dream in the visual style of your choosing, inspired by the aesthetics of MidJourney and Create AI. It's a beautiful and personalized record of your own dream universe. You can view dream interpretations from multiple schools of thought. Jungian scientific, you see different ones there you can generate. And you can also share your dreams both publicly or privately with friends in exclusive dream circles. As you log more dreams, patterns emerge. You start to see recurring people, locations, emotions, all visualized with the help of Rechart in your Dream Analytics dashboard. This is also in help with Supabase on this one. So ultimately, through Dreamcatcher, we aim to collect 1 million dreams and contribute to a deeper understanding of the fundamental purpose of dreaming itself. So I hope you'll all join us in exploring the Dreamverse and creating a free account today.
All right, we're going to bring up our virtual judge, and then judges, you have 3 minutes to ask questions.
I don't know how to do this, though. Hello.
There we go. Can you guys hear me? All right. Awesome. First of all, great pitch. I thought it was really cool. And kind of disappointed you guys used OpenAI, though. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think question from my end is, where do you, how do you foresee, so again, coming from like a frontier research lab, how do you foresee the development of AI models sort of play into your product? Like can you envision like 6 months or 12 months how the model capabilities can either improve? And if so, how do you foresee that to take place? Like, in what way would that help your Dreamcatcher product?
So how will the advancement of AI models and LLMs contribute to the product? Did I get that right?
Yeah, like model capabilities wise. Is there anything you're missing today, you think?
Yeah, well, I think ultimately the capability we have for analysis, if we're actually able to, collect these kind of vast universe of dreams, AI, machine learning will be very, very instrumental in actually making sense of them and extracting meaningful insights. On the page, we saw a couple example insights of, the types of information we would hope to start to glean from having this kind of global dream contribution. but primarily on the data analysis piece, and of course the the rest of the text interaction with the transcriptions is pretty essential feature for those as well.
Awesome. I have a question. Does this product actually work? Can I go in, sign up, and I can do everything that you explained end to end?
You can log a dream from last night, share it with anybody that you want or not, but yeah, you can get it interpreted. Everything we talked about is fully functional, including the analytics.
Amazing. I have no further questions. Great job.
I'll jump in. So Cody from Sentry, I'd love to hear a little bit more about the architecture of the platform. So as you built down Lovable, how did you stitch the different parts together? What does the overall system architecture look like that you built out as part of this?
Yeah, so Supabase is doing a whole lot of work, including edge functions. We ultimately have relationships set up through Lovable prompting in Supabase, and there's relationships between friends, dream circles, which are kind of subgroups of friends. Let's see here. Yeah, Supabase is completely powering the database. A lot of the magic as far as the specific visual style and the specific interpretation is just done on the prompting piece with the OpenAI integration. And then let's see, other remaining pieces, Rechart for the charts and visualizations, Whisper for the audio transcription, and there's a little bit of extra as far as just being able to record on different browsers, including iOS, that I ran into some issues with, but Lovable was able to help me solve pretty easily. So it was piece by piece in a lot of ways, but Supabase is the main foundation for sure.
All right.
Handles off.
Thank you so much, Team Dreamcatcher. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Being first is not easy.
Can I propose something, Talisha?
Yes.
We try to, this is getting warm in here, but I'm so excited about all the 10 pitches. So we try to keep questions extremely short. Is that good?
Yes.
Let's try to do that.
Yes, I agree. So next we're going to bring up VPromise. They'll be joining us. All right, I see them. Please make sure you have your camera on. All right, and here we go. I'm going to start the timer. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Andy. I'm a teacher from a third world country working 2 jobs with one lovable dream. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so let's start. Okay, live demo on the front page right now. vdis.top, the Lovable custom domain, or vpromise.lovable.app. So why are there so many students online saving the world? You can see a lot of online users. Okay, the answer is my students are using the all-in-one Education 2.0 platform to learn English, conduct meaningful research, and solving world problems. UN SDG goals. So it's Education 2.0 featuring YouTube 2.0, Forum 2.0, Duolingo 2.0. All right. So the screenshot from my Lovable stats. After 4,000 Lovable messages, what have I been able to achieve? This is what I can achieve. Oh, that's a lot of apps on my homepage. Okay, what I can achieve with just 1 month using Lovable, Supabase, Claude, and Sentry. I'm basically replacing one multi-million-dollar platform per day. Okay, you can see them later. This is the Teacher Dashboard 2.0, where I can gather data from multiple platforms and I can track if students have watched my lessons. YouTube can't do that. All right. So with YouTube, you can only get a boring count, the number of views. But with YouTube 2.0, you get to see your friends in the same classroom and interact with them. People are encouraged to watch and do quizzes alongside the videos, compete in the leaderboard. Okay, what kind of YouTube has this? No, right? So the cruelty of the YouTube algorithm. After 11 seasons, I'm like a TV show, with my TV show. Who would rewatch my lesson from the first season? Would it just go to waste? I spent years designing the lesson plans in the form of episodes, only to see it appearing one time in the newsfeed and decay into obscurity forever. So I can only see the view count, but do people actually learn? As an educator, not much an entertainer, that has been bugging me for decades. Okay, so here, Forum 2.0,
right,
you can propose meaningful projects and get peer reviewed by your...
All right, so now we're going to go to Q&A with the judges. Judges, we have 3 minutes. We're going to bring Cody back on the screen.
Nope.
Yes. Okay. Super impressive. What would you say out of people trying out your product that they have liked the most? Is there anything that users come back to and they want to use again and again? You're muted, sorry.
Oh, sorry. So they have muted me. So this is the feature that I like most. The second to the YouTube 2.0 only. Like, so this one is where my students can propose meaningful projects and get peer reviewed by their friends. So if you click on the notification on the head, like global navigation banner, you can go directly to that page. So my students have proposed about 85 SDG like sustainable goals topic. And you can see that they are inside and complimenting, giving feedback to each other, and they can vote on each other. They're giving claps to each other, and they always come back. So right now, at this very moment, about 21 students are accessing this database, and they are and they can see that their topic has been approved, their topic has been voted, or some concerns have been raised for other people. And as the teacher, I can give them the golden buzzer. Okay? On the
Thanks.
right, you can see the leaderboard. I have seen, I have discovered. So this is some of the slides I prepared for the Q&A. I have discovered that with the leaderboard,
that's awesome.
The engagement,
amazing pitch. Sorry, can I ask?
The engagement is 4x.
Who's going to pay for it?
So right now I'm teaching my students. I'm teaching my students. So they are accessing this for free. And in the future, we will be releasing the features. So basically, I'm working as the co-founder of a TV show. We are delivering the program for free for people. So I got the funding from the Vietnamese government, and I also got also got funding from educational projects. So that's why what I'm doing right now. So I would love to have your support. And I also have, the support from donors and from other people. But I don't charge because I teach a lot of students, and we will be releasing this feature for disadvantaged people. So I don't want to charge them. I want to find different ways of funding so I can support this dream.
That's awesome. Thank you. No.
As you were building it, so quick question from Cody from Sentry. As you were building this out, how did you approach like debugging the different parts of it? There's obviously a lot of connected systems here. I'm interested to hear the part that was the hardest for you to solve.
So the part that is hardest for me to solve is that the AI is not keeping track of the updates sometimes. So I have to keep different revisions. I have to have like my prompt collection. And also, I think Sentry is helping a lot here, because I think Sentry can not only give my error monitoring from my point of view, but I get my emails, notifications from the point of view of the users as well. So sometimes like midnight, there are people accessing my website. I get notifications of the maybe bugs happening, and I can click on resolve, or I can just paste. the code, the error code into Lovable so it can fix it.
All right. Thank you so much, Andy from VPromise. Let's give him a round of applause as we get our next contestant up on the stage. We're going to have Awaken Ambience. Ooh, I like that name. Okie dokie. So we're just getting them up on the screen for everybody. All right, should make sure you have your... All right, here we go.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
I assume the audio is working. So yeah, this is Awaken Ambience. I'm pitching a landing page. So this is like a landing page for a SaaS, but I'm not pitching a SaaS. This is just a landing page. I try to make it look really cool. So I've added like 3D stuff here, and there's also an interactable voice AI where when I hello, you can see the waveforms here. That's the kind of thing that I was going for, to show off something really cool, and 3D was like one of the things in there. And yeah, I'll be talking more about how I made it. This was my starting prompt. Really simple, build a landing page. The theme is dark purple galaxy. And then the features I have, and there should be a waiting list. So yeah, and in one prompt, oh yeah, I streamed the whole thing. So instead of slides, I just thought I would just get the stream links here. Yeah, this was the first one-shot prompt by Lovable. Really beautiful purple galaxy landing page there. And then from that, I took it on to build out the interactive part. Oh, and also for inspiration, I went onto CodePen and looked at some Three.js stuff because I really wanted like really cool Three.js landing page stuff. Yeah, the first prompt I got to kind of get the interactive voice stuff was just a 2D version of the waveform, which was I think I have another link for that. Yeah, demo. Which ended up looking like this. This was a start. I'm like, oh, this is already pretty cool. Like it can see my voice and have a waveform. And then we took it to 3D with the next prompt here. Yeah, because that was, here we go. This was the requirements, like, I mean, not requirements, but like inspiration, portfolio, 3D graphics.
All right,
and
thank
then,
you so much. That's your 2 minutes, and we'll have 3 minutes for the judges' Q&A.
Awesome, thanks. That looked really cool. Did it actually talk to an AI? You said real-time voice AI?
Yeah, the demo does. Hello? Are you real? What's your favorite color?
I think we can't hear your.
Oh, you can't hear the.
Yeah. What would we be hearing?
Sorry?
What would we be hearing? Who's talking?
It's just a conversation, pretty basic.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, a quick question for me. What was the hardest part? I feel like you have a chill approach to this. Is there anything you struggled with?
The hardest part, I spent like a long time trying to make these particle effects really cool, but I ended up removing them because I think they were too much. You can see it's like white on white. I don't know. Am I still sharing screen? I think so. But yeah.
Yes. Cool. One more question. My name is Ted, by the way. Sorry for being late. I was listening to the first pitch in the taxi. Where do you want to take this? What's next after what you built so far?
Yeah, so this is just a landing page. So it's just to get waitlist signups. Sorry, the tech, this is Supabase to get the waitlist and ElevenLabs for the voice agent on the demo. Yeah, it's just to gather waitlist people. So once we release the actual SaaS, which is kind of like a voice agent that also can see and has a bunch more features, we can release it to the waitlist. Yeah.
Thank you. Very cool.
Quick question on my side. Are you capturing any like telemetry of the things that people are like engaging with inside of the product? Are you tracking any of that just to show different engagement parts?
I didn't purposefully add any of that. I'm not sure if on the ElevenLabs side they out of the box capture anything. Just the only thing I purposefully added was like these fields in the waitlist.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Another round of applause for Awaken Ambience. Awesome. And our next project we're bringing up is Seveum.
Hello.
Hello. Please share your screen.
Yes, hello. We'll start.
All right.
So, my name is Dennis, and I want to present you the Seveum AI job matching platform. But where is the actual problem? Maybe from the job seekers that are tired of applying for too many jobs, or employers that overwhelmed by too many relevant applications, or in general, the hiring process looks broke, messy, and inefficient. I've actually experienced the problem by myself when I was trying to find a job, and I thought like, how we can help to connect the right people with the right jobs. And here I understood that market challenges is a great opportunity for the Seveum. The job market is flooded with applications, but most don't even get noticed. The problem is actually not the lack of the jobs, it's the lack of the right connections. So how do we actually solve the problem? We use AI-powered job matching plus tailoring CV for ATS that gives a better results and better visibilities for the candidates.
So how did we build it? We've built a front end in React.js, and it was using Sentry logging inside. Our main goal was to make people understand immediately which job is the best for them. For this, we parsed a lot of jobs using Anthropic LLM to extract better filters to filter them. And also we did a lot of job analysis, like keyword analysis, CV to job analysis, match percentage analysis. This is all done using Anthropic, of course. We're also letting you to build a separate CV for each job, build a separate cover letter for each job, and you can chat with your CV using Anthropic LLM and rebuild it every time. Also, another huge thing which we did during the hackathon was we tried and we even managed to implement a super basic version of automatic job apply using Anthropic cloud computer use. So we managed to make it go to the website and start filling the candidate data. This is the main thing we see is gonna work for the future.
All right, thank you so much, Seveum. Now we have 3 minutes of Q&A. Judges, I ask that you put the mic really close to your mic and speak up so that everyone can hear you.
All right, yes, I'm here.
Yep. Very impressive. I'm curious, could you do a live demo of the operator when it applies for your jobs?
Yes, we can make a live demo, but it's running on my local computer.
Okay.
We couldn't deploy it onto the project during the hackathon because the container requires computer with a screen, and we couldn't launch it on server. But it's working. We press the button on localhost. It's impossible right now, but I can do it like after, like we can chat and I will send it short.
And in this entire process, so you upload your CV, you get matched, and then you can prepare your resume. Is there anything, if I would do this now, where I would feel that it is a bit maybe not working perfectly? Which areas would that be, and how does it work there?
Sorry, so if you upload your CV, you feel that it's not working perfectly on
I'm
other
saying,
sites. Yeah.
Does
So how
the
do
product
we
work
handle
as
this
well as
issue?
you described it, or are there any areas where it's not yet working? Like, for example, generating a CV separately for each job, that sounds super advanced. Does it actually work as well as you described?
Sorry, on my side, it's audio is interrupted.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Denise, please continue.
I didn't hear because of the audio interrupted.
Yeah.
Oh no. Does the product work perfectly today?
I hear nothing.
Yeah, the same.
Can you hear us? No.
No
other microphones.
What areas
Talisha,
would
can
be
you hear
improved?
Talisha?
All right. So I think so.
Our idea is to better engage the users in the whole process. So because AI is using on the side of the recruiters, and we want to help the users to do the same. So basically, a lot of users we have seen doesn't know even about ATS, and they don't pass the screen. But without our systems, we want to engage more about all enhancing the CV cover letters, auto-apply system, which will help them to land more interviews than they would know and not pass through ATS screening. Because we used it by ourselves and seen how actually the difference is between like using our system or just applying without even knowing some basic thing about ATS, how it works.
Yeah.
And a lot of users
and of course, auto apply is the thing which we want to make perfectly working.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much, Seveum. All right.
And can the live stream hear us, or is it our microphone, or can the live stream hear us?
Yeah, the live
That's good.
stream, yeah. Awesome. So next, we have our first in-life pitch. So it's just gonna take a couple of seconds to get her set up here. Make sure we give her some encouragement. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. And actually, I'm very, very lucky to be here because 20 years ago, I was supported to study in Paris quantum physics. I'm coming from Uzbekistan. And I feel like this is my give back, and Lovable made that possible. I'm a UX designer now, so I don't have any coding experience. My colleague Nizar, we are two designers who created this. And the thing is, I have seen so many other colleagues, friends back home that were not so lucky. and also by research, we know so many others. And but at the same time, in many countries, like in EU, there are like Germany, Netherlands, Poland, other countries, Japan, Australia, right? There is a growing elderly population, and there's a lot of lack in nurse care, elderly care, tech, and clearly this bridge between skills, skilled individuals and the jobs is broken, and so that's what we are trying to solve. Oops, sorry, I have. Yeah, maybe I should go directly to our. We've built this with my colleague in just like 24 hours, of course, for the hackathon, and we were very excited. And of course, so after the landing page, the women are going to go to the dashboard. Sorry, there are some technical issues here. So, of course, there is an authentication in between, and this is supported by Supabase. And then on the dashboard, women are actually completing their profile, so they have their CV, and it's working. We have tested that. And afterwards, they are also connected to upgrading their skills. They have an AI coach with which they can speak. And actually, there's an integration of ElevenLabs and Anthropic AI. So it can be translated in the native language of the women. And so interaction from the start of looking for jobs.
SkillStep, that is your 2 minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, now judges will have 3 minutes for Q&A. We're gonna give it. Can you unplug your computer so we can see Cody there?
Very cool. Thank you. Business model. This is a recruitment platform. So the companies that recruit, or how would that work? The business model.
Excuse me?
How would you make money out of this in the future?
Yeah. So first of all, we're gonna connect women with safe jobs. So that's like placement fees. And also we want to create white labels with NGOs and governmental bodies. For instance, now we are negotiating with Uzbekistan, where I'm from. They have created last year, in the end of last year, a Ministry of Migration, where they have these corridors built with Germany, and they need to send skilled workers. They have to go through courses and everything. And there is a lot of barrier because, not so many people are, have access to that through the country, but they have access to their phones, right? And of course, there is a lot of issue from the NGO side and the governmental side, in the sense that, like, they don't have enough people to support all this. There are like 280 million people that need jobs, migrants. And obviously, there is not enough people to be able to handle that manually. And so that's why AI powered coaches like this that can solve from the start when people are saying, I don't know where to start until I made it. We need someone that is guiding them hand in hand in every step. And of course, so that's the second one. And then later on, we also plan, of course, most of the features will be for free, but later on, we also plan to integrate some of the extra features for a certain, like, very small amount of money.
If I have time, does you didn't show everything, but I'm curious, does it work? What are the other features of after upskilling?
Yeah, so we have messaging with ElevenLabs, because there we wanted that when people are, that they pass through interviews, so we also prepare them for interviews with the coach. Afterwards, the messaging with the potential employer, when the employer is responding and the person is not very comfortable with the language, they can understand it, speech to text and text to speech, right? And we have the coach, which I just briefly showed, but that's another one where you have ElevenLabs and Anthropic AI. and then that is coming back to speak with the person, and then we have a CV upload, and importantly also we have a job matching, which I didn't have time to show, but I can show you afterwards. And in the job matching, people can show those already screened jobs. So they are safe jobs, and there is this tunnel between the person that is looking for skilled employer and the person. And so that's why we don't have, we wanted to avoid human trafficking and other kind of issues that currently are happening, especially for women. Because, especially in Uzbekistan, I mean, because I know the situation there,
All right, that is
it's
your
a bit of a
time.
problem.
Thank you
Thank you
so much, SkillStep. Give her a round of applause. Awesome. So we're going to move right along here to our next pictures, and that will be BlueMint AI. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody, as they get on deck. All right. Let's share your screen. Unmute yourself.
Mic check. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
All right. Are you ready to plan, create, and build? BlueMint AI turns your product ideas for an app, landing page, SaaS product into a clear, developer-ready blueprint ready for your development team or to build instantly with Lovable. The problem is 80% of projects fail due to poor planning, development teams don't have clear instructions, agile creep, even the product owner doesn't know what they're doing. And now that we're using language models, everyone thinks he's got a super prompt to be able to build. This is where we take care of that. We've got an entire workflow process to help you and get your products out there faster. We use Lovable to build a form that does the discovery phase as a product engineer, UX UI. We take that form into our API call with Claude using Sonnet AI and with our magic sauce generative tangle into it. We output it through our base system, working with our edge functions, leaf tokenizations, and then we output it for you to see and be able to send it to Lovable, your development team, or even your YC. So you've got your form, and this is how your output looks like. You've got your generative AI prompt ready to go for you to develop, and then you've got a Notion style page of all the technical implementations of your APIs, your real-time features that you need to implement through it all. You also have download features. You can also export summary to your YC team as well too, or at the bottom, copy and just go ahead and deploy right into Lovable within your prompt ready set for you to go. We do have a dashboard for you to track all of it, and this is a SaaS product. Our tokens are called leaves that you go through. Any single time that you need to update your leaf, you go through a SaaS product that connects with Stripe, and then right then and there it gets updated for you. This product is for everybody. Startups, if it's your first MVP or you're building your fifth process. We believe this is going to be the future. So I ask you listeners and judges, are you ready to plan, create, and build with BlueMint AI?
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're right on time. Oh my gosh. Love it. All right, let's get Cody back on the screen. And judges, it's time for 3 minutes Q&A.
Yeah, fantastic presentation, and really love the design. It looks great. I was wondering, can you take it even one step further and just have Lovable immediately build it?
Is that a question for us? Yes,
Can he hear us?
Your mic's muted. Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we would love to integrate this with Lovable. We did build this with I mean, our form process is built with Lovable, and how it exports. This is all within Lovable as well too. So we were able to use the functions and create the UX UI output with Lovable. This is something that I would never been able to do. Just to be called, getting the API calls, the tokenizations over to Supabase, doing that function, that's where Lovable really saved the day. But the output of it, getting this out to running prompts is incredible. And the outcomes, obviously you save time, money, and manpower. For Lovable, you're not going to be dealing with the support tickets or people that are just getting into AI. This is a great way for them to start getting their product ideas faster and start launching them within our tool, within our system.
I'll follow up so you can generate with one click into Lovable after this.
A more comment. It's super cool to see. You're like building around the Lovable Anthropic Supabase ecosystem. That's like the first step of something really, really big. Maybe around the idea, like how obvious was this approach?
This is the whole process. I was trying to figure out what to create, and it came upon me as a product designer. This is the thing that you need to figure out. If I were to start from scratch, I would just give it a little bit of instructions. Now, if I can think about the whole plan through the user journey, what are the features, what are the APIs, it just makes it a lot easier. And then when I'm using Lovable, I wouldn't say wasting tokens. I'm laying the foundation up front. So when I start enhancing or building onto the product, my AI language model already knows that I want to integrate an API further down. It already knows to start getting the database ready to fluctuate. So now I can save my credits for more of that functionality, not that foundation work anymore.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, BlueMint AI. Let's give him a round of applause. Wonderful. And now we're at the halfway mark, everybody, and we're going to bring on FigTask. Now, I don't want to be biased, but they were my favorite. I'm not a judge. I just like to play with cool AI tools. All right, so we're all right. Let's. Make sure you share your screen and unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Nice. Let me share my screen. Hi, I'm Fatih. I'm from Pakistan, and this is what I created. It's called FigTask. And what it does, typically if you are a designer or product manager and your daily driver is Figma, this is what you will see on daily basis, the list view of comments. And what FigTask does is it turns into a Kanban board view. So it adds a new dimension to the comments, and it assigns statuses to these comments. So it now behaves like design tickets. So let me give you a product demo. First, I will sign in. And I have already connected my account to Figma, and I'm seeing the files that I recently added. Let's see all them combined. And this is one of the feature where which Figma doesn't give you, that you can see all the comments at once of multiple files as much as you want. You can also filter out the files and you can move them around. If I open it in the Figma, it will look like this. And if I move it to another column, and it is all based on the emoji reactions behind the scenes. So it is also updated here. And if I change the emoji here, it automatically updates over FigTask too. So they both are talking to each other. So let's move back to the pitch. Why I created this, I think the designers already have a lot of invisible work. We don't want to have a tool that distracts them from the context. Designers don't like to switch context. So I wanted to create a product that don't interrupts their flow. And I noticed that some designers use comments as a way for task management, and some even go further, put the task
All right,
into.
that's your 2 minutes. Thank you so much, FigTask. Now it's time for a Q&A from our judges.
All right, that was really cool. Quick question from my end: is there any way you're able to link tasks? Say it's able to see features from different Figma boards, whatever. Is there any way you could like sort of bundle things together if there's similar sort of thoughts, or even maybe non-Figma related tasks that exist in your Kanban board?
Sorry, I cannot hear you properly. Your question is that if you can load Figma tasks to the Kanban board?
No, I was wondering, is it possible to link the tasks? Like, could you cluster them somehow?
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Let me see the chat. If you can pose the question.
Latik, I think he's asking if you can link tasks together inside of the Kanban board. So if there's multiple tasks that were related, can you make them attached to each other?
Not yet, but this is something requested, that you want a comprehensive view for the task. You can integrate, and this is the vision, that in future you want to integrate Jira to it, link other tasks, or design other Figma files to it.
Alrighty, thank you so much, FigTask. Give him a round of applause. All right, next we have Echo of the Forgotten, an AI narrative. We're going to bring them up on screen. All right, Isaac, we can see
Hello.
you, we can hear you. Share your screen. You've got 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Isaac. I'm from Singapore. The project I'm going to show is Echo of the Forgotten. It's an interactive narrative game. So I'm going to do a quick demo. So imagine an interactive narrative where you uncover secrets of a fragmented AI by talking to it, right? And as you do that, you discover new memories, you can unlock confidential information, discover what happened to Station Delta. And this is the premise of Echo of the Forgotten. Underneath this entire system is a system that leverages on a few key technology. So we have a knowledge graph that maps out what the player understands and knows. And this is rooted in a world knowledge graph that maps out everything that has happened in the world. So this is the context for Echo to keep on track as an LLM. So no surprise, Echo is powered by Claude, right? And that's why it has such realistic and believable dialogue. And what we also were able to do with Echo was to be able to also include audio logs that were created using ElevenLabs that gave live performances that were believable and were able to capture many different perspectives of the story in a really short time. So this is the tech stack that I used to help create this interactive game, right? And Supabase helped to really root all of these things using using their H functions as well as storage. So Supabase acts the back end for authentication as well. And Echo is just a demo of what an LLM-powered game engine can do, because most AI-driven experiences are context blind. There's no memory, it's shallow. And while most games are linear and hard-coded, so there aren't a lot of like branching narratives, or it takes a lot of time to make. Echo solved this by combining a few different technologies to create a sort of synergy, right?
All right, thank you, Isaac. That is your 2 minutes. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, judges, do we have any questions?
Should we think about what you built as an engine or as a game or both?
Sorry, I can't hear the question. I'm going to check the chats.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Is this an engine or a game?
Judges panel, it sounds like the microphone's either way too close or that microphone's just bad.
Testing. Better now? Better.
Okay, so I built a game. Like the end product is a game, but the game uses an editor that is be able to help other people create a similar types of game. Yeah.
Beautiful. Can you hear us now?
No. Sorry.
Now?
I'm curious, Isaac. What did the first version of this look like when you fed it into Lovable, and like what was some of the debugging that happened along the way?
Oh wow, good question. So the first version actually already had integrated with the React flow diagram. So we started with the knowledge graph first. I started with knowledge graph, and I had to work by working side by side. So I actually wrote a lot of code and used Claude to generate a lot of the UI components, and then added into Lovable through GitHub. So it was like kind of a co-creation process. So Lovable kind of acted like a site developer with me, and will check the code, help integrate certain APIs, and do a lot of the heavy lifting for me. Whereas I, as a designer, can focus on the UI aspect. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Nice. Let's go to our next person, our next company, Rabbit Hole. We're going to bring them up on the Zoom. Awesome. Make sure you turn on your camera and share your screen. Perfect. You've got 2 minutes.
Hi. All good? Okay. Hi, my name is Colin. I'm a designer and I built Rabbit Hole. So have you ever sat in a meeting looking through a document like this and thinking to yourself, like you can't really understand each other or you can't really articulate yourself? It's frustrating and it's a waste of time, which is why I built Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole is a modern thought visualization and collaboration tool aiming at doing two things, to make you think faster and communicate better. So I built Rabbit Hole using Anthropic's Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, and I'm using Supabase for authentication and backend database. Rabbit Hole is going to be great for startup teams because Rabbit Hole helps you make better decisions. Bad decision for startup is costly. It costs time, and it's not just time, money as well, and ultimately survival. So let me show you what Rabbit Hole can do. So imagine you're a startup founder and startup founding team, and you're thinking through a problem, whether to work on a new feature or whether to refine current features to monetize better. It's a very common problem. And I wouldn't run the AI today because it's going to take some time, but basically you see an ideal map like this. A topic and the points you have to discuss. It is very clear. And if you want to go any deeper into any of these points, just click into it, dig deeper, and you get a more in-depth analysis of the point. But I think what's beautiful about Rabbit Hole is it reminds you of what you sometimes forget to talk about: dependencies, assumptions, and time. So as an ideation tool, Rabbit Hole is amazing. But as a collaboration tool, Rabbit Hole is even better because at any point, you can see what I'm talking about. It keeps teams focused, and the focused teams make better decisions. So in a world where AI is automating the tasks, we humans, we make decisions. And the people who make the best decision wins. So I invite you to enter the Rabbit Hole with me, where we explore the next phase of collaboration, where we understand ourselves and others better to make better decisions for the world. Thank you.
Thank you. I love when the pitches are on time. All right, judges, any questions?
That was quite the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I was wondering, what was the font you were using at the start?
Oh, it's called I can't remember exactly. It's called Tan Welding, but I can send you if you are interested.
Yes, please. It's beautiful.
I like it too.
Thank you.
Hi, and I heard. Hello.
Hi.
I heard that you were using Supabase auth in the database, and
yes.
at one point you mentioned about the collaboration aspect of the tool. What
Yes.
sort of like real-time engine were you going to use for that if you had built it out or planned to?
Actually, at this point, to be honest, I haven't thought that far because I had very little time to work on this. But definitely something I'm exploring. I mean, if you got something, you can let me know.
I mean, there is
I would
Supabase
love to hear.
real-time, that I've worked on in the past, so there is that consideration.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get what you were saying just now.
Yeah, we can take the next question. So, have you? How many people have used this tool end to end? Is it just you, or is it there other people?
I just built it on a few days back. So I mean, there's some people that tried it. Like we got 20 users now, like 25 maybe.
Okay.
At this point.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round
Thank
of
you.
applause. All right, now we have our next in-person pitch, which is super exciting. This is Stardust Analytics. They're going to get locked in here. No, I don't think that's his pitch. All right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. Can you hear me? All right. Meet Lisa. She's 8 years old, and she advertises her lemonade stand by creating banners. Fresh lemonade, buy one, get one, only today. And it works. For a while. But after a few days, it stops working. She can't use the same ads twice because it doesn't work. So she has to create new ones. So she creates a new one again and again and again. Now, replace her banners with Facebook ads. This is the reality of all e-com owners. Only they don't need 3 more ads, need hundreds of ads each and every month. We actually talked to a very successful e-com owner. He sold over $20 million in products, and he said the #1 constraint is fresh ads every month. So we built a tool to solve that. We built the UI with Lovable faster than ever, and we connected Supabase to Meta and used edge functions to fetch the top performing ads. And then we used the ElevenLabs to transcribe the audio of this into scripts. Then we sent the scripts into Claude for analysis to break down why it worked, and then also use that to generate new ad scripts. And this is how it works. So you connect your Meta Ads account, and it starts analyzing your top performing ads. It also describes your winning patterns on why they think it worked, and they use that to create new ad copy that you can copy with the click of a button.
All right, Stardust Analytics, that is your 2 minutes.
All right, that was really cool, and kudos for doing it in person. Always a nice personal touch. Question on the generation part. Did you guys have any sort of issues with the content that generated? I don't know, any sort of content moderation, or did you see any sort of pitfalls there with what it generated?
You mean the quality of the output of the script?
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't say it's perfect yet, but we are like basing this whole the technique, the strategy behind this is something that we've used ourselves personally. So we've run paid ads personally for 4 years profitably. But this partner of ours that's in ecom, he's telling us exactly how he's doing it for his ecom brands. We're breaking down that strategy and putting it into Claude. And of course, it's not a perfect product yet. But Sam Altman says you have to, well, first of all, use this knowledge, but also build like within mind that AI is good today, but it will be even better tomorrow, which probably you guys already know. So it'll only get better from here.
Awesome, thank you.
Will you continue on this product? I think it's needed.
Yes, for sure, yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Stardust Analytics. All right, we're bringing on our next live in-person pitch. They're going to get set up really quickly, and this is FunnelForms. Let's give him some encouragement.
Then I have the clicker for the note. You have it there.
All right, we're looking for a clicker.
It's very, very important to have it here. I don't see it. I will use and don't have USB. I will make it manually, no problem. Okay, let's prepare. Here, take this away.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Hello, I'm Pascal, the founder of FunnelForms. That is my contribution to the Lovable Hackathon. Yeah, we just get started. So, I will take you on a short journey today of the history of contact forms.
Yay.
We will start. Okay, it's working. 1995. Yeah, very clean. 2000, drop the shadows, but boring, emotionless. Yeah, nothing changed. 2005, a little bit of a Windows XP look, but even more boring. So 2010, 2015, and we're wondering why we are using still these forms. So 2020, I realized we need to change something, and I built the first version of FunnelForms. It's basically the point to remove and ban all of these ugly contact forms. It's a multi-step form generator. You can use smart logic jumps. You can write your customer right away. Instead of dumping 10 fields on the user, we turn contact into conversation. A real user experience is there. Yeah, it feels natural, it works, it's human-like. And yeah, some KPIs of my company. We have 1,000 active paying customers right now, 5,000 users in the free version. 2024, quite $1 million annual recurring revenue, and it's fully bootstrapped. I will take you to the demo. Oh, I hope, let me check. Where's the browser? Oh, no. I needed to show you this. But it's a little bit more hard here. So, we built it fully in Lovable, the second version. You have a beautiful question editor. You take the question. That is my most liking part. You can build very, very major logical conditions for it. For everything you write the user through it, we used ElevenLabs for an AI lead caller. You can call the lead. You can prompt it. You can customize some color.
That's your 2 minutes. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Wow, a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work, yeah.
How much of the functionality did you have in the previous version?
Maybe like only 50%. We're able to turning major more functions. Everything you can see, you can send, you can build automatically the logic, you can auto-generate AI the questions. Yeah, so like 50% we had before.
And how many of the changes here were made in Lovable, and how many did you do manually afterwards?
That is like 90% Lovable. We have tracked 2,800 prompts so far in the Git repository, and we have 100 prompts for small fixes only needed for my external developer. Yeah, but 95% Lovable. And what you see, the logic thing is built on React Flow. The React library is under that. Yeah.
All righty, thank you
More
very
questions?
much.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to, I'm very sorry if there is anyone who is German in the audience, I am about to butcher this name. It's Geschenkt. Geschenkt, all right. It's a gift, yes, it is. But we're gonna bring them on screen, all right. Paulo, we can see you. Share your screen. You got 2 minutes.
Hello, I'm Paulo, and I'm introducing you Geschenkt, a community-driven platform that is about to change the way 40 million people give and find used items. When we're giving something away for free, using platforms like eBay, we'll usually face a process that's transactional and overwhelming. You have to list an item, you have to engage in messaging with random people, you have to arrange a date, time, location to pick up something that you want to give away, and if you're unlucky, the person does not show up, and you have to repeat the whole process. This is not right, and this is why 25% of household items, at least in Germany, are thrown away. In a more optimistic scenario, people put the items on the streets for others to get. This is a common practice in the biggest urban centers all around the world. And there's a lot of people looking for these items around. It's called stooping culture and states that someone's trash is another person's treasure. And we are taking this to another level, this concept, by making it easy and fun to engage in community sharing. Let's say you are a college student and you just move into a new house. Maybe you can find right around the corner something that would be very cool for your place, a ceramic vase, for example. On another hand, if you're a working professional that just went through some major cleaning in your house and you want to give something away, some items that you might not use, you can simply do so. We can help you find those items a new home. You can simply take a picture. AI will analyze everything that's inside that picture and label it for you. So within a few clicks, you're able to set the location.
That is your 2 minutes. Judges, let's hear your Q&A.
Yeah, so quick question. What I'm seeing in the slides, is that the real app? And does this functionality actually work if I log in to your app today? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I basically made the slides in Lovable, and this is an iframe of the actual app.
Okay, so does the apps works 100%?
This is live.
Yeah.
This is like
Awesome.
this is an iframe.
Second question. Yeah,
like
second question. Sorry. So there are things like Craigslist. So what's exactly the biggest difference? You can use AI to analyze. You have a 3D view. Is there anything else that you use things very different?
So the difference is that if you put on Craigslist, you get messages and you have to arrange. The difference here is that you put your items that you don't want on the streets for others to pick up. So you don't have to arrange something with someone. You can simply put the stuff that you want to dispose on the streets. And on the other hand, if you're looking for something secondhand, you can use our app to find what's around you. Pokemon Go style.
So this is a German thing. I read about this in my German book when I was studying when I was a kid. Do you think this could work outside of Germany as well?
So there in major cities like New York, Shanghai, Berlin, Cologne, and major urban centers, this is something that is regular.
Great. It looks beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. Next, we're going to have YourYT. I never know what to do between the Zoom switching. I just feel like I'm here.
Sing.
All right. We
Hello.
can see you. We hear you. Share your screen. You will have 2 minutes.
Okay, can you see my screen? Okay. Hi, I'm Sammy, and this is your YouTube. What's that? A platform to organize, interact with your YouTube videos that you liked. So YouTube has 30 billion visits per month and 3 million videos uploaded every day. So it's basically the biggest classroom in the world. But what's the problem? The matter is people watch an amazing movie, an amazing video, and afterwards they want to apply it, they want to remember, and they can't. It's gone. They just forget about it. So that's why I created YourYT as a platform to integrate the videos and keep them. So let's give a look. I'm gonna show the dashboard, and here you can see that you can add a video very easily, just putting the URL link, and then you can organize them in the folders, drag and drop in the folders that you have created. And you can also interact with the videos individually. So you can ask them a question via AI, you get the full transcript, you can create an actionable plan in order to execute the video, and you can share it with the world through social media. You can also create some notes that you think will be relevant for later. How did I build? I built this system fully using Lovable and Supabase and Claude in the background. The vision for the future is big. There are a lot of ideas that can be implemented here. Imagine you have 10 amazing videos and about a topic, and with a click of a button, you turn all of those 10 videos into a book. That's something possible for the next steps.
All right,
so
that's your 2 minutes. Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. Now, judges, questions?
Do you have users on this platform, and how many?
Yes, we have about 20-30 users currently.
And you said something about that it can execute a plan. I'm not sure I understood, or I heard you correctly there, the AI. Is that
Sorry, again?
Yeah, we have a problem with the audio, but did you say that I can ask the AI to execute the plan?
You can ask the AI to create a plan, not execute.
Okay.
To create a plan, generate a plan.
And what is a plan?
If it's a tutorial, for example, or a YouTube video that has a step-by-step applicable thing, he'll give you the step-by-step in order for you to execute it. Or if it's a tutorial or a general video, it could give you points in order that you can take to action, implement into action the video that you saw, not just leave it as a video.
Oh, great.
Awesome. Cody, do you have a question for our participant?
Yeah, I'd love to hear a little bit more about the architecture that powers, like how did you wire this up inside of Lovable, and what are the systems that communicate between each other look like?
Yeah, sure. So I'm not a coder at all. I'm not a programmer. And Lovable, thanks to Lovable, I was able, this is something I wanted actually for myself. And thanks to Lovable, I was able to create this. So I just use, I used Supabase for all the background, which is user authentication. And it connects also with Claude AI in order to provide all the AI functionality. But yeah, that basically is.
Awesome. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
It's great.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, we're down to our final two participants. Next, we have Access AI. Please give them a warm round of applause. And we'll get them up in the Zoom. Again, don't know what to do here. Thanks. All right, Skylar, we can see
All right,
you.
we are on. Let me share my screen here.
Yes, you have 2 minutes.
All right, you guys. Hold on here. Let me get this out of the way. All right. What's going on, everyone? My name is Skylar, and I'm the creator of Access AI. Now, a quick glance here, you're probably thinking, great, this guy made another chat widget. Now, if you've actually used one of these, you ask it one question, and it usually will follow up with another question right after, and it begins to feel like an interrogation. Or, even worse, you get incorrect information. At the end, you may close the window. Even worse, you leave the tab with a bad user experience. This is where Access AI comes in. It allows for a two-way voice interactive experience, provides the user with live, up-to-date, and accurate information, utilizing all the context on the page that a user is on, and then it gets your questions answered quickly and leaves you with a positive experience. Access AI is powered by the technology of the future, utilizing Claude for advanced reasoning, tool calling, and text output, paired with ElevenLabs for outputting real human-like voices. The accessibility market is continuously growing, with market projections upwards of more than $1 billion by 2030. But why make another widget? Access AI allows us to unlock $6.9 billion in missed e-commerce revenue from the disability market. It also allows for small and large businesses to easily comply with ADA, EAA, IOTA, and other international regulations, as well as embrace social responsibility and prepare for the future. Going the extra mile, how cool would it be to go to, for example, a government website that has hundreds of pages and simply ask a chat widget by voice how to do something, and it will navigate to those pages for you. This would be absolutely huge, and this is what Access AI is built to do. We're breaking barriers, building technology for everyone, not just a few. This is access for all. So let's go demo. I'm gonna go over here, and this is the widget installed onto a landing page right here, and I could ask it anything about this website. What is this web page about? It will then end and make a couple tool calls and then output our answer. Mind you, this has no AI training behind it.
Systemese is an all-in-one business growth platform.
I'm going to turn that off. I don't think you guys can actually hear it on your end, but it is outputting.
All right,
we
that's
could.
your 2 minutes. We actually could hear it, but that's your 2 minutes. Thank you very much, Skylar.
So a question is, would you be in the browser layer, or would you be embedded into the actual website?
One more time, please.
Would you be in the browser layer or on the website? Who would kind of implement this
Hey,
solution?
judges, the audio is really brutal again. It's really hard to hear.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
So this is integrated on the website. You just paste the line of JavaScript and then you have it on your website, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just like any other
Amazing.
embeddable widget, just plugs right in.
And I have a question. Does it know just the page you're on, or does it know other pages on the same website somehow?
Yes, currently it understands only the single page that a user is on, but future-wise, I would love for this to understand a complete context under a domain that a user's visiting.
Amazing.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Skylar from Access AI.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
the
we're
last
gonna
one
bring
coming
up our last one. Yep, it's our last one, MagiCan, not MagiCan. Okay, no one liked my joke? Dang, tough audience. It is, but we are in the home stretch. All right, Zohar, we can see you. Share your screen. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, you guys hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. So let me open the presentation I made on Lovable. So me as an artist, I have a problem. Every time I want to make work for a new client, he wants me to show my ideas. And then I spend a lot of time, and sometimes he don't even love it. So what are my tools today? Miro, which always break my creativity, Figma, which doesn't even have AI capabilities, POF, which is too much simple, and Canva, well, no artists love Canva. So I made MagiCan, AI capabilities, infinite canvas, and team collaboration. I already have 300 users and 100 upvotes and 1 subscription 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah, so the way it works, the user put a prompt, Claude make for us a flow map with text nodes
Can
and
you zoom
image
in?
nodes.
Sorry, can you
Then
zoom
I
in?
can make the voiceover for my video with ElevenLabs. Then Supabase store all the media, and I have a media library which I can download. And on top of it all, I can share with clients or team members. So the way I'm going to break the market is I have one price, unlimited canvases, projects, and team members. Let's start creating our burger commercial. So we'll sign in with Google account, very easy. I will create my new project. Let's make a blank and call it burger commercial. Immediately we're creating a default canvas, and now I will put my prompt into the flow map generator. I will activate the image generation, and as long it does doing the magic here on the left part, I will also create a new text, and I will ask for a voiceover script. On that same time that the images get created, and soon you will see it, I will create also a speech. So I will choose my voice. Okay, I will generate it, and now we will need to wait a few moments, and we'll see the magic happen. In the meantime, probably your client have his own custom assets, for example, a logo. So you can always drop your own media, drag and drop, like you would expect, and it will just be there.
All right, that's
of
your
course
2
you can,
minutes. Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause.
I don't know where to start. This looks crazy. Did you do everything in Lovable, and like, does it work?
Yeah, everything worked completely. Everything in Lovable, and a lot of help with Supabase, but yeah.
How many prompts did you use?
Around 1,100 prompts. That's something around it, but I also made the presentation and some other stuff.
All right, awesome. You mentioned you have some users already. What's the feedback here? Can you hear me? Is the audio
Yeah. I will answer that. So some testers told me, hey, I want embedded links, like I want to put Dropbox videos, YouTube videos. That's way on the list. Another thing is like headers, like formatting options for the text. Another thing I especially want, because I like to talk, I don't like to type, I want to just record messages and it will create text notes. And I think just better like system like optimization. When I had 200 users, the platform froze and I had to fix it with Lovable. So, just check the stress test.
Super cool.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. And let's give all of our fabulous participants a round of applause. They did a great job. Yes. Whew, I'm excited. So now we're going to have maybe like 3 or 5 minutes as a little break, and then we are going to start our fireside chat while the jury goes and deliberates, and that will be hosted by our very own Alex from EQT Ventures. Thank you very much. Get some drinks, use the bathroom. You're not going to want to miss this fireside chat.
Testing, testing, testing. Hello, everyone. So we are back with the next agenda for tonight. I have the great pleasure to, after some amazing pitches, present a fireside chat now. So if everyone can find either a seat or a comfortable standing position, then we're going to dive into some intriguing conversations about vibe coding. But so first, just a comment on the pitches that we saw now for the past hour. I think it's so amazing that people are able to build and ship things with such velocity. And also that we have democratized creating software and digital products and services now in a way that it would have been science fiction if someone said it 2-3 years ago. So extremely cool to host this tonight. I'm part of EQT Ventures. I'm the head of AI here. My name is Alexander. And in my day-to-day, I build internal systems in order to improve our investment process and make it more AI and data-driven. But with me tonight, I have some AI thought leaders, vibe coding experts, and founders. So I have Richard here, and you're from Next ML. Yeah. And I'll introduce your company. Right. So you're building machine learning software to automate ocular inspection in the railway industry. Is that right? Yeah. Perfect. And then we have Sarah.
Hello.
You're the co-founder and CEO of Normain. And there you're building an AI platform for compliance, auditing, due diligence, and sustainability. Thumbs
Correct.
Up.
Yes, thumbs up.
And then we have Fabian.
Yes.
So you're the co-founder and CTO of Lovable. Mm-hmm. And you're building the last piece of software.
That's correct.
Perfect. And then we have Garvin.
Hello.
You're from Anthropic.
That is true.
And you're an applied AI lead. So you're leading AI product engineers that help some of the most exciting companies in the world to deploy this technology.
That's true.
Pitches. A warm round of applause for the participants here. Then we'll see who's listening still. But so the topic of the panel that we have in front of us now, it's vibe coding the next unicorn. So let's start with the basics. Now, Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
How would you define vibe coding? And you're not allowed to quote Andrej Karpathy's tweet from 2 months ago.
I was going to do that, but yeah, I mean, when I think of the word like vibe coding, I always imagine, you know, someone just leaning back after doing a prompt and just watching the AI do the work. And but for me, what it's really about is like abstracting yourself away from the code. The code for me has always been a means to an end, with the end being the product. And when you're vibe coding, you're not thinking about syntax or like the coding language or anything like that. You're just thinking about the product, and I think that's really enabling and really cool for a lot of people. And we've seen some cool stuff already today.
I think that's an excellent answer. And when I vibe code myself, my main problem is to figure out what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for the code to be written. Do you have any recommendations?
You do like 2, 3, like 10 tabs, whatever you like, and then you work on multiple projects or the same project at the same time in all the tabs.
How to get different outputs?
Yeah, yeah.
Modern version of A/B testing,
exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen. Now, Garvin, how are effective AI native engineers and builders utilizing AI coding tools today? Have you seen any type of best practices come alive in the recent months?
I think a big thing I've seen is sort of interesting ways to manage your context window. Like this becomes a big problem when you start way further into the development process. When you're vibe coding from 0 to 1, I feel like, you know, you can really put everything in context for the given application you're building. I've seen some folks develop, you know, graph rag solutions for how they're managing the state of their project. Other folks just dump everything into markdown files. But it's interesting there's no sort of standard prevailing there, and that everyone has like their own unique way of storing the context as they merge through different layers of it.
And this is almost an implicit pitch for Google's long context windows.
Potentially, or
Anthropic's. Exactly. Oh, beautiful, and I get the same. It's much easier when you have a blank canvas, and you're actually going to build something than to take a legacy code base and then vibe with it. Sarah, so you were actually running an AI native startup and have founded it. How would you say that your company is different in the way that its culture is, and even your company's strategy from non-AI native startups?
Excellent question. And thanks for having me here. And huge shout out to the Lovable team for organizing this. I think it's like community building 101, new gold standard. So really cool to see. And wonderful question. So first of all, I think in our team, we have probably a 10x expectation on output per employee versus non-AI native companies, because we use a lot of AI tools to help us. And also the nature of that output is a lot more skewed towards the human things. So the things that AI can't do for you. For example, sales, customer success, and solving the really, really hard problems of programming. So the things that Lovable can't do yet that we are trying to solve with our product. So that's the short answer.
And is AI helping you in any way with sales and customer success and those pieces as well, or?
Yeah, for sure, like outreach. Cold outreach, cold email, note-taking, follow-ups, actions, all of that stuff, except for like the, relationship building, like human in the meeting, that type of stuff. And I should mention we're a B2B SaaS, like enterprise sales company too, so that becomes really important for us. It might not be important if you're more of a B2C company.
No, but I think that's amazing to hear, and only the way that you can scale sort of human connections and human bonding and the human traits in this age is remarkable. And also, I should say, shout out not only to Lovable for organizing this, but also Anthropic, Supabase, ElevenLabs, and Sentry. And EQT, of course.
EQT Ventures.
I should thank my employer. 100%. Richard. So what would you say is founder market fit now in the age of AI?
Yeah, I think it's obviously even more skewed towards understanding the problem, having a deep insight of that, and understanding what your customer needs, like even more than before.
And would you say the technical skills is still a trait that is as valuable as before, if I put it that way?
I think like domain expertise, yes, but not like programming is still valuable because there are still flaws. But I think it's more also valuable because we know a language for communicating what we want to the AI that maybe is harder for someone else to do. But it will change.
And now you said the caveat towards the end there, it will change. So how long do you think that technical expertise will be required for shipping state-of-the-art software?
Yeah, I think we're like getting there very quickly, and maybe like in 3 to 8 years it will have faded completely. But I think like the people who are doing the programming today will maybe still be relevant because they're using AI tools today and learning how to use them effectively. So maybe they will still be the same people doing the work, but in another way.
So everyone vibing here tonight don't have to worry about job perspectives.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then Fabian. So I said that when I pitched you in the intro now, you're building the last piece of software. I love that tagline, not to pick any type of favorites, but it's a beautiful one. So at least me, and I hope everyone else here, we are very excited to hear what's part of the stack of the last piece of software. So what tools and what technologies are you using in order to make that come alive?
So what tools we use to build Lovable, basically?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, I could take 2 perspectives here. Like to actually build Lovable, we use, we use coders, myself and,
great to hear.
And the team, and we use Lovable for a lot of things, and for working on our own code base. We don't support that in Lovable yet, which is one of the milestones of Lovable actually. But for that we today use your normal kind of IDEs, but AI super powered. And then Lovable itself, it's using obviously the latest AI models out there, and we're continuously running evals, making sure we handle the context windows in the best way, and kind of combining AI together with like the latest in web development, like Supabase, and making sure we kind of provide this execution context for the AI to do what a developer would have done.
Amazing. And you were very diplomatic when you said AI IDEs and models, but if you want to, you can catch Fabian later and maybe he'll spill the beans what they're actually using. Sarah. So AI agents now, you talked about sales just now, and you said AI is part of the sales process. So if AI agents, AI systems, AI models, if they're sort of becoming co-workers, or even in some businesses, as we saw today, many of these have, I would say, business model potential. As a newly minted investor, I can say stuff like that. What would you say are human traits that are going to be really valuable moving forward? Like when it comes to human creativity, ingenuity, what are the traits and personality characteristics that we should develop in order to be maybe competitive or useful moving forward?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have this existential crisis right now of like, how do I stay competitive and so on, and also like in a startup. I think about having an AI coworker the same way I would hiring any coworker. That I, as the CEO and one of the co-founders, I have an alternative cost to everything that I'm doing. So if someone can do a task, maybe slower, maybe lower quality than I can, it's still worth to outsource it, but there will be tasks that I can't outsource, that I'm the only person who can do, and those have huge alternative cost. And I think the exact same principle will hold for AI coworkers as well. And the things that only I can do is, I think you spoke about it, like understanding and empathizing with the customer, doing founder-led sales, understanding what is exactly the problem that we're solving. That is something that I need to do. And similarly with my tech team and my engineers, for them to solve the really complex problems. So I know AI is really terrible at bug finding right now. That's something that, you know, I need engineers to be really, really good at. And there will always be things like that the AI can't do, and that frontier is constantly moving. So.
And on this topic, do you think that there will be a one-person unicorn like Sam Altman coined, I think 1 or 2 years back?
Probably. But at the same time, I think maybe we saw one of the unicorns today in the pitches. But
hopefully.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know how much time they had to build the products that they had. 24 hours?
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's so cool. But that also means there's no moat whatsoever in those products. So unless there's a huge market with room for multiple unicorns, then maybe that's true. But it might also mean that there's going to be a super fragmented market for a lot of these products. And they won't be unicorns then.
That was a great perspective. I haven't thought about it in that way. We can get into moats and defensibility and stuff, but that's another conversation over a beer. Now, Garvan, what would you say are the limits of today's vibe coding tools? So what are the actual limits? What can't it do really well today?
I think there's lots of things that are still outside the frontier. That's what makes this so exciting, that we've accomplished so much in such a short amount of time. Really good retrieval is still challenging. Again, you increase the size of these code bases, you work over many, many repos, you're not in a mono repo style setup. Navigating that and understanding how services interact with each other, how different infrastructure configurations interact with each other, all of that can be quite challenging. So I think just gaining state on something that humans have already been involved in can be quite a challenge. And it's something that we're making lots of progress on. You see sort of constantly week over week, there's new exploration, deep research, those types of things. But I do think that gaining state on the problem scope and the problemscape is really important.
And let's say that we gained state and we developed superhuman memory for these retrieval that was almost perfect across different domains. Would you say that there are any real limits or barriers that you don't see us overcoming when it comes to vibing applications to life, if you want? A timeline of 10 years at most.
I would bet on no. I think there'll be different calibers of vibers. How good are you at vibe coding? But I think like the research shows that reinforcement learning is one of the ways forward to scale these systems. And really nothing learns better through a reinforcement learning sandbox than a coding environment. It's super deterministic. There's like unlimited permutations. I really think it's something we're going to be able to solve. And with that, you know, everyone will have access to building their own systems. It's just, it'll be those with like, you know, the Rick Rubin taste and the ability to execute on it. I think that's what will be the defining ones.
I think that's a beautiful future. And Richard, would you agree with that? Like, what do you see as the limits of today's AI vibe coding tools?
Yeah, I completely agree with the context part and memory. But I think maybe in context learning is, maybe not everyone agrees, but maybe a little bit overrated. And maybe we need more. I think Claude is a good example of, even though Claude maybe sometimes over the year hasn't always looked best on paper, it's still been best in real world applications. So I think it's like a good example of maybe we need not smarter models or better memory, but more like native second nature use of tools. Yeah, stuff like that.
We're getting to the MCP question soon, but I'm saving that for last. Now, Fabian, do you have any specific stories of founders or startups that you think are using AI coding tools or vibe coding tools in remarkable ways?
Yeah, so I mean, when I think of this question, this always comes up at the office, by the way, just like all of the stories of how everyone is building with Lovable. So I love when people post and share what they're doing, and it's been really inspiring seeing what people have built here today. But one specific one that comes to mind is there's this SSE student here, Stockholm School of Economics, that you know, doesn't really know how to code or doesn't have like a lot of experience with it, and he built a product in Lovable and raised, I think, $500,000 in pre-seed funding based on that product. And you know, he's really been pushing the limits of what you can do. I think he has like 3,000 edits in his project right now. And I think that's what I think is really inspiring. The people that previously, you know, didn't have any coding experience or didn't really have the means to build a product that can now do it, raise money for it, build a startup around it.
I think that's amazing. That's real world impact. So very cool. And now, Sarah, speaking about starting companies, what advice would you have for entrepreneurs just starting out now, or looking to build something that would be impactful in the world if they want to launch an AI native company?
Yeah, I thought about this, and I think it's very easy to say like, oh, now's the best time to build a startup, or like, oh, you know, everyone is already taking all of the great ideas and there's no moat and it's too hard. But the truth is that it's always been hard to start a startup. In order to be successful with a startup, you need to have an idea that you execute on that's like innovative. It's outside of what's been done previously. And that's still the case with vibe coding, but the frontier has moved dramatically forward because the status quo has shifted. So now everybody has access to the same fantastic technology. You just need to have like better ideas, and you need to be even faster at executing, and you need to be even better at understanding your customer needs and so on. So my advice is, I think starting a company now is the same as it was 10 years ago or 5 years ago.
There's still a challenge, but the challenges have changed in nature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A lot of competition around the idea maze and how to get through it and find something that could be the next unicorn for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And the world will need additional or more great ideas.
Okay, so let's turn the page now to the most requested question when I polled some people before this. And it's around MCPs and the hype that has been around this in different forums online. But Garvin, I'm going to direct it to you. And everyone else, feel free to jump in if you have great answers as well. But now it was recently announced that even OpenAI, one of Anthropic's main competitors, I guess, have adopted this as a standard, friends as well. But I meet some skepticism when I talk about MCPs, and especially from technical friends who will say that it's just an API obfuscation or it's like JSON RPC. How would you combat those arguments? Because yeah, I'm trying and succeeding sometimes and maybe a little bit failing other times.
Yeah, I think all feedback super warranted. Like it is a attempt at a standard. Like there just has been a lack of a standard in this place. I think skeptics get broken into two categories. Like one, is it a good standard or should this be even a standard? My lens for this was I've spent so much time with enterprises who are trying to build, internal use cases for AI. If you take a step back from the IDEs of the world or the B2C applications, truly these enterprises are trying to deploy AI at scale across their thousands of employees. And this constant anecdote of a team trying to deploy an application that might need to use some RAG and do some prompting. The team might be of 12 people. They're going to spread those resources across that whole end-to-end process. And none of the process is quite good. Like they execute generally quite poorly. And the reason they're not sharing resources or sort of dedicating, resources to building a good RAG implementation, resources to building a good UI UX, is because there's no like reusability of these systems. So the implementation of tool usage and the associated like code implementation of that has no way to containerize that workflow or make it more portable. And because of that, teams don't reuse them or iterate upon them. So I think like first and foremost, the need for a standard was clearly there outside of the interoperability layer between AI models. That came as like an additional benefit. So put simply, MCP is the coupling of the prompting for tool usage and the code implementation to invoke those tools. It couples them in a nice portable package and it's interoperable with any LLM. I think it allows, we're all building in this space. It allows you to really hone in an implementation and it's repurposable by the largest surface area possible. It's not honed in for one model. It's not honed in for one implementation of a system. So that's really the MCP dream. Lots of work to do. We released a new spec only 2 weeks ago, which has authentication and remote transport. The community has been like out executing us on this by far. And it's like awesome to be a part of the open source community. I think Anthropic for a long time has operated in closed source. It's really cool to be able to participate actually openly. But lots to still build. So I definitely think it's fair to have criticism, but I think there will be a winner there. And I think this is the worthy candidate at least now.
I just love to see open source adoption, and by big enterprises and even small builders, everyone can contribute, and that becomes at a global scale then. Now, Richard, as an AI entrepreneur yourself, would you agree or disagree with the statement that now is the best time to build a company?
I actually think that for a lot of people it is the best time, probably, because there's so many people who weren't the perfect founder before, but like really know a problem so well and in their domain. And yeah, it's really inspiring to know that all of these people are now like, they should build these companies. They just haven't realized that it's their time yet. Yeah.
I think that's great. And in order to merge your answer with Sarah's, maybe it's the best time if you want to start a company, but there's going to be more competition than ever because everyone can do it. So with that, I'm going to wrap up now. So a question for all of you. And I'll answer it first. Hopefully it's inspiring for everyone here. You can go home and trial a couple of new tools potentially. But what would you say is your favorite AI tool in the world? And you cannot say something that your own company has developed.
The boring answer, Lovable and Cursor. Yeah.
Beautiful.
With Claude, yeah.
I have to say Circleback. It's a note taker. I tried maybe 20 different ones, landed on Circleback. It's good with Swedish and English, and it automatically sends all of the to-do items from the call into my Notion and into my CRM. So highly recommend.
So I can't say Lovable. So I'll say.
Unfortunately,
I'll say Super Whisper. It's this Mac program that you just hit a shortcut and then you have kind of speech to text, and I use that to prompt Lovable.
I use it a lot as well. But it's a beautiful application, and even if you're on sensitive computers and stuff, I can use it on my work computer here because it works with local models, and speech to text is amazing even for that. Garvin.
I think Super Whisper is a great call out. Super Whisper plus Lovable unbeatable. If you're an F8 user on Mac and you use Apple's dictation, switch over. It's life changing. Yeah, literally reiterate 100%.
Beautiful. I can throw in maybe a couple of jokers as well. So I love note taking has become commoditized, but if you're on any type of hardware or network or system that can use Granola, it's an amazing note taker. Also shortwave for email experience. I think it's better than Superhuman that I used for many, many years. And Beeper. It's not an AI application, but I just love collecting all my inboxes into one.
All your investment.
Do we have one more minute? I take that as a yes. I didn't hear a no. No, you're over time. Okay, we're over time. With that, I want to thank my panelists. Amazing. And I want to thank everyone for listening. And now we're very, very intrigued to hear who's going to receive the prize money, who's going to win the competition, and who has hacked the best for the 24 hours. Thank you.
Yeah, I use BlueMint. Wait, which one was Seveum?
Did you use? Yes, the microphone works. I have some questions for the audience. How many people here were kind of disappointed in what you could build with AI here, seeing the pitches? How many here were like positively surprised how much you can build in 24 hours with AI? Yeah, that's quite a lot of people. I was surprised. I didn't expect this amount of enthusiasm and this many cool demos. So super impressed. And I'm standing here waiting for Talisha to do the final wrap-ups for the hackathon. Can anyone see Talisha? No, I'll wait for. I'll sit here and improvise while we're waiting. But I think if someone maybe can help me. But I think we had 3,000 people registering for the hackathon, and we had several hundred extremely impressive projects. We had several hundred extremely impressive projects, and it was a lot of work to go through all of the hundreds of really good projects. And a quick shout out, I think we did it before, to Emil, Matthus, who did a lot of work going through all of them. And then shout out to my fellow judges that did the very, very easy work to just have fun here in the end and watch the best ones. Mainly, I want to do a huge shout out to all the people who took part in organizing the hackathon. And it's, I'll say it again later, but Caroline, Talisha, and many more that helped making it really nice. What else can I say about the hackathon, Fabian? Do you know any fun facts? I think we sometimes look at web analytics at Lovable. This is not necessarily the same as the hackathon, but we saw which countries people are building from. And do you know how many countries people are building from?
All of them except North Korea, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I remember. There was one country not represented, but then someone told me that everyone in North Korea uses a VPN to tunnel out. So we actually have people there as well building. I'm not sure if they were in the hackathon though. And I looked a bit now at the web analytics. I think what was the most recent? There was a very, very popular SaaS app that someone has like 20,000 daily active users on right now. Also for I think job applications. It's a big theme right now. What else? What do we want to ask the audience? Did anyone learn something interesting today that they would be up for shouting out? Raise of hands. Any interesting learnings from the panel? I missed the panel, so I'm super keen. What was most interesting? Did Fabian say anything interesting or Rickard? Yeah. Oh yes, pitching in 2 minutes was very hard, very hard. I almost wanted to shout out to say, jump straight into the live demo. No slides, no slides. That's usually a good approach. Any questions for Fabian while I'm stalling? Yes. Lovable 2.0 release date. No, I cannot comment.
Soon.
Any other? We're working to make it really lovable. That's what the most recent thing we said. It has to be lovable. That I think we can also not comment, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yes, please. How do you best prompt lovable? Should you do one big prompt or many small?
So I think the best strategy is to not overly commit early on. So you, like I said here, like you can open 10 tabs if you want, and you can try like different iterations of your prompt and really see what produces like what you want, and then kind of continue on that track and keep it small and iterative. And I also think another big point is that sometimes when you're building, you realize that, I should have actually built something else. And then it's a very good tip to start over, because it goes very fast to get to a similar point with like an adjacent idea.
Good ones. Yeah, and small people often do too large prompts, so it's not large. Okay, thank you for all the questions, and I think I can now introduce our one and only Talisha, who is actually not just good at talking. She is an AI founder that built an AI company before she joined us. Talisha, are you ready to take it away?
I am ready to
Let's
take
go.
it away. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, we are ready to announce our top 5 in the winners of the Build, Launch, Win competition. One more time, let's give a warm round of applause for all of our sponsors: Lovable, Anthropic, Supabase, Sentry, ElevenLabs, and of course, EQT Ventures. Yes. All right, so the judges had a really tough time deliberating. There were some really great pitches. There was some nerves, there was some troubles, but in the end, it was a really great show. And I'm so excited and so happy and so thankful for everyone who came out here tonight to celebrate AI, startups, building your dreams with all of these new AI tools. Now anything is possible. 10 years ago, you couldn't even imagine starting a tech startup without an AI or a co-founder or a technical engineer. Now it is all possible. You can be a solopreneur, you can never have written code in your life, and you can be here competing for over $40,000 in cash and prizes. So that deserves a round of applause. So in just a few minutes, we're going to bring up those top 5, and we're going to be revealing the winners. I want to give a special shout out to everyone who's watching around the world on the live stream. Thank you for joining us. It's been a really great pleasure having you here. Please, I'm always going to do this. Join the Lovable Discord. I like to hang out there. All of my friends are there. Please come join, come hang out with us, learn more about Lovable, learn more about building your startup, building tools for your company, building anything you want. And also, I talk a lot in the Discord voice channel. So if you've enjoyed hearing me talk, you can come talk with me some more. So now we got our finalists coming up on screen. We see one here. All right, I'm going to get the thumbs up from our AV. Are we ready to go? We're ready to go. All right, so the first award we're going to give tonight is the People's Choice Award, and that was decided by the people. through X engagement or Twitter engagement, and that's the person who had the most engagement. And that award is going to go to Access AI.
Let's go. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Thank you, guys. And everyone else who participated. You guys did absolutely amazing. It was awesome seeing you guys' projects. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yes. Now we're going to get into our track specific. Yes, you can. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I should pull them
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Awesome.
That's really great. Give me like
What are
2
their
seconds.
prizes? We have big prizes on the line thanks to all the generous sponsors, I think. So that's people have been working really hard.
Yes, our People's Choice winner, Skylar, just won $5,000 in cash, $500 in credits from Anthropic, Supabase, and Sentry, and a really, really cool Sentry merch hack pack, which I'm really jealous of. I want one. I still want one. But congratulations to Skylar. Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, let's get into our track winners. Now, each of our People's Choice winner, Skylar just won $5,000 in cash. Instant replay, okay. All right, for each of our track winners, they will win $5,000 in cash as well, plus those $500 in credits from Anthropic, Supabase, and Sentry, and a merch hack pack from Sentry. So let's get started with our website track winner, and that is Dreamcatcher. Congratulations. Instant
Thank
replay,
you so much.
okay.
I'm so grateful.
All right, for each of our track winners, they will win. Weird replay there. That's all right. Now for our something 2.0 is VPromise. Mr. Andy, yes, it's you.
So much. Wow. It's 2 a.m. over here. Such a surprise.
Oh, yes. Thanks for staying out with us. Now we have 2 more awards to give, and one of those awards will be our overall winner. They will go home with $10,000 in cash, plus 3 months of ElevenLabs Pro Tier, $500 in credits from Anthropic, Supabase, and Sentry, and that Sentry merch hack pack that I really do want. Okay, I really do want it. All right, so let's go with our startup winner. That is SkillStep. Where is she? There she is. Congratulations. Which means our overall winner is Stardust Analytics. Woo! Congratulations to all of the winners. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. My name is Talisha White. I'm community lead at Lovable. I have thoroughly enjoyed everyone here. Please, if you are here in person, stay, mix, mingle, be merry. And if you are on the live stream, thank you so much and good night or good morning.